J-Dub is back at it, here to give everyone my very first Big Bang Theory Season 1 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, a few things. First of all, Big Bang Theory is definitely one of my favorite TV shows of all time. In fact, it's in my top 10 of my favorite TV shows of all time. Definitely by far my favorite sitcom of all time. Far margin there. And I wanted to talk about the show again. Now, keep in mind, I've done reviews for Big Bang Theory before. I did like 5 reviews of the final season of Big Bang Theory, but that was it. And I want to take the challenge of doing all the episodes. I've done all of Walking Dead. I've done all of Breaking Bad. I've done all of Lost. I've done all of Dexter. And I just finished doing Game of Thrones. And now it's time for Big Bang Theory. So I assume that you've watched all the episodes as well if you're on this channel searching for Big Bang Theory stuff. But if you haven't, well, if you're not caught up to the point where I am and rewatching or watching Big Bang Theory, I highly suggest that you don't watch this video to avoid any potential spoilers. And keep in mind, this is going to take a while. There's 12 seasons and there's almost 24 episodes for each season, but I feel I can power through it due to the fact that the episodes are only like 21 minutes long. So join me for the journey. Like the video if you're a fan of this episode or this particular show. Comment in the comment section about what you think about this particular episode. Subscribe to the channel. And without further ado, this will be the Big Bang Theory Season 1, Episode 1. It's the pilot episode. This will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. And I was laughing my ass off. I haven't laughed this hard. It's been a while. But we meet, obviously, Leonard Hofstadter and Sheldon Cooper, who are very intelligent young physicists, we find out. However, they are, of course, very socially awkward, especially around women, it seems. But after they flee a visit to a sperm bank, because they wanted to be high IQ donors, but it's no guarantee that they're going to have a match with somebody that has a high IQ, so that's why they leave. They return home and they both meet Penny, who is an aspiring actress who moved into the apartment adjacent to the one that they share. Leonard, of course, is immediately infatuated with Penny and hopes to date Penny, which Sheldon considers unlikely to happen. Leonard persists in at least forming a friendship with her and awkwardly invites her into the apartment to have lunch with them. Now, Penny shares some details about her, but they're busy talking to her, trying to, what they think is getting to know her, but it's a very awkward situation. Penny's like, "Do you guys mind if I eat?" And she sits down, but she sits down in Sheldon's spot. Sheldon has to sit in the same place all the time in the living room, and that just drives him nuts. And then she's like, "Well, I don't see what it matters. Tell me why." And then Sheldon goes into this, what the room temperature is here. It's close to the radiator. It's close to there. Yeah, it's funny stuff. Sheldon is just hilarious as a character. So there's that. Penny tells them that, obviously she's she's wrote a screenplay, but right now she's a waitress at the Cheesecake Factory. And that's what we know about Penny thus far. And Sheldon is quite content spending the night playing Klingon language Boggle with their socially dysfunctional friends, Howard Wolowitz and Rajesh Koothrappali. And Raj, of course, he can't speak to women. He just can't. He has to whisper in somebody's ear when they're in the room. So, Penny talks about all the hardships that she's having, like, the move. She breaks up with her boyfriend, before the move. And she's like, "My shower doesn't even work." So Leonard lets Penny take a shower. Now, that's a little awkward that, you've already meet these 2 awkward neighbors of yours. And then you're already, "Oh, do you mind if I shower in your apartment?" Little strange, but okay, I can suspend disbelief for this. Penny is way too nice in this episode. So Penny takes a shower, but she's not in the shower yet. She comes back out after Raj and Howard arrive, and then Howard starts talking to her in different languages, trying to impress her. And of course, Raj is just mute the whole time. And so Leonard, Penny wanted help with the shower head. So Leonard goes in the bathroom and helps her with that. She gets right in the shower, throws the towel over the shower curtain, and then it's like, Leonard, can you do something for me? I know I just met you, but I have a huge favor to ask you. And Leonard's thinking that, oh, she wants to get it on. Yeah, I'll probably say yes. She wants Leonard, we find out, to help her get her television set back from her ex-boyfriend, Kurt. So we see Sheldon and Leonard go to where Kurt lives to try to get her TV from him. They ring the buzzer. He answers, and he's like, they introduce themselves, and he blows them off. So they don't understand how to get in the building because obviously they need to be buzzed in. And they're like, well, we have a combined IQ of 360. We can figure this out. And then they see, I believe, 2 Girl Scout cookies just ring all the buzzers, and they get let in right away. So they piggyback after the Girl Scouts and get in the building. So they go to Kurt's apartment. They knock on the door, and he's like, I'm Leonard. This is Sheldon. And Penny wants her TV back. But he refuses and bullies them or something because they come out. Well, Leonard comes out in his boxers and Sheldon comes out in his underwear. And that's that. So they go back to the apartment in their underwear and in his boxers. And Penny's like, oh, guys, what happened? And they tell her the story. And Penny feels bad about the whole situation because she's the one that asked Leonard to help her out with this issue. So Penny offers to buy them dinner. And on the way to dinner, you have Raj, Howard Wolowitz, Sheldon, and Penny and Leonard all in the car. And, Howard's still doing these weird things and singing Korean, or was it? I can't remember. There was some kind of restaurant that he was imitating, like some kind of Korean karaoke or something like that. Might not have been Korean, but that's what's coming to my mind. And Raj is just being mute. Sheldon is, of course, Sheldon. And Sheldon's like, Leonard, with all the people in this car, you actually might seem like the best in the world compared to all us. So that is how the episode ends. Obviously, Leonard is going to continue to pursue Penny. And there was also a funny moment in the episode where Sheldon tells Penny that they went masturbating. They were going to masturbate for money, go into the sperm donor place earlier. So that's it for the pilot. Again, I was laughing my ass off. Early Big Bang Theory is hilarious. Later, Big Bang Theory got more serious. In my opinion, when they introduced Amy Farrah Fowler and Bernadette Rostenkowski, the show kind of lost something, I feel. Maybe on the rewatch, I'll change my opinion, but this was hilarious as a pilot episode. Now, as far as a score that I would give this, which it's really hard to score stuff like this, I feel like we didn't get enough backstory on how Leonard and Sheldon met, at least them being the main characters. We should have got their backstory in the first episode. I'm going to give the episode an 8.1 out of 10. It was funnier than shit. I laughed like 7 or 8 times, which has been a while since I've, other than watching Walking Dead, which is a completely different show, hearing the one-liners and the things that Negan says, that's the only time I seem to laugh during TV right now. So as far as the character of the episode, which it's really hard. Obviously, it's not going to be Raj. It's not going to be Howard. I have to pick between Leonard, Sheldon, and Penny. And Sheldon made me laugh the most in this episode with his quirkiness. And also, I must mention, Howard Wolowitz mentions coitus in the episode, which is the first time we hear coitus. It's the first time I heard those saying coitus, and I find that funny. So I'm done rambling. It's your turn. So like I'd mentioned before, if you're a fan of Big Bang Theory and you absolutely love this show, go ahead and smash that like button. If you liked this review of the first episode of Big Bang Theory so much that you want to share it across all your social media platforms, please do so. I would be very appreciative of that. Don't forget to sound off in the comments section about your thoughts of what you can remember. If you'd like to score the episode, you certainly can. Or your favorite moment of the episode, or favorite joke, or favorite thing Sheldon did, whatever you want to put, do that. And of course, last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.